If you want to shore up your defense and stop conceding goals in FIFA 23, then you have to try out José Mourinho's park the bus tactics. I recommend starting off with a 4 at the back formation with one centre mid that is capable of dropping into centre back. That then allows you to use your right back and left back as your right midfielder and left midfielder. So what you're going to need to do to get your team to play like José Mourinho's side is change your formation in game. So in custom tactics, select a different game plan and change it to a 3-4-2-1 formation. For defense, you want to have pressure on heavy touch, your width to be set to 60 and your depth to 40. Then for offense, you want to have your build-up play set to balanced, chance creation to forward runs, and then width to 60. Then go for 5 players in box, 3 on corners, and 3 on free kicks. Now for the individual instructions, you don't need to touch any of the centre backs or the goalkeeper, they're fine on just default settings. Then one of your centre mids is going to be on get forward, balanced crossing runs, normal interceptions, free roam, and cover centre. This player is going to act as the Lorenzo Pellegrini, who's going to get forward and try and get into the box to be on the end of a couple of crosses. They're not going to help much on defense, but to be honest, you're not going to need this too much as in stereotypical José Mourinho fashion, this formation is very defensive anyway. Then the second centre mid, you can either have stay back while attacking or balanced attacking support. I personally prefer them to stay back while attacking as it leaves me less susceptible to a counter attack. Then the only other thing you're going to change on this player is to change defensive position to cover centre. Both your left mid and right mid are going to have one instruction changed for each of them, and it's the exact same thing. Simply change defensive support to come back on defense and leave everything else as default. This is going to mean that when you're going forward, you've got those extra 2 men out wide to help with balls into the box. But then as soon as you lose the ball and start to have to defend, they're going to drop back into a 5 at the back formation. Your right centre forward is then going to have stay central and false 9, with the other 2 instructions being left as default. This player is going to be your Paulo Dybala, who stays a little bit behind the other 2 attackers and drops into a central position to create chances. Then your left centre forward is going to be on stay central, get in behind, and stay forward, with the other instruction being left to default. What this is essentially going to mean is that your left centre forward and your striker are going to be ahead of your right centre forward. Then finally, for your striker, you want to have them stay central, get in behind, and then stay forward, with interceptions being left to default as well. The whole idea of the park the bus tactic is to sit back and soak up as much pressure as possible to then hit the opponent on the counter attack. So when deciding which players to have in your forward line positions, make sure you've got a couple of them with a little bit of pace so that you can break quickly, then have someone a little bit slower with high passing and high dribbling to create the chances once you get the opportunity. It's certainly not the most flashy formation or the most tiki-taka style of football, but it is very effective, especially in FIFA. If you want a tactic that dominates possession instead, check out how to play like Pep Guardiola's Man City team on screen now.